Why will that not open? I mean, I don't want to break it, but do I really need a screwdriver for that? I guess so. I guess so. Oh shit. Such an unwieldy piece of plastic. It's got a tow cable. Wait, how do I pull that back in? Did I just make a mistake? No, it's this way. It's this way. You pull the rope and it goes back in. You pull the rope and it goes back in. That's the only way to take down an ATST. With your tow cables. Hey, Danny and Tessa, good to see ya. Trying to do that live stream every day thing, so I was like, I want to hang out in my toy room and play with my toys. So that's what I decided I was gonna do. I got this Snowspeeder right here. It's not too dusty, but you know, it's one of those things I haven't picked up in a while. And I was like, I want to play with my toys. It's got all these, you know, little flaps and ventilations and bells and whistles and shit, which is cool. We got the landing gear. We got Dak and Luke. Wait, was it Dak? Yeah, it was Dak that got absolutely crushed by the ATST in Empire Strikes Back. I don't know. I feel like Black Series should have done more vehicles. Like, I know an X-Wing is big, but can you imagine if they did a Black Series X-Wing? They did a fucking TIE fighter. So why not do an X-Wing too? You know? That just seems like the most responsible thing to do as a company. Maybe not to buy it as a customer, but, you know. We all need our fucking X-Wings. We all need our vehicles and shit. But it's Monday. I hope everyone's having a decent Monday. It's my Sunday. Monday is my Sunday. So I don't have to go into work until early tomorrow. Okay, Dak, we're going to take you out for a second. You know, I've never really done too much with this figure. Just because his whole... Hello, Tara Jean. Dak's whole thing in the movie. Wow, and this one's... Yeah, so they were using this bot. So the Sigourney Weaver figure that came out, right? She's on this body. I thought it may have been new because it's, you know, single joints and butterfly joints, but no, that's Dak has the single joints and the butterfly joints. So they're just reusing. What does Dak look like under the helmet? I don't think I remember. Can you take the helmet off of Dak? Oh, he's just got a flight cowl. But yeah, Dak, as soon as they introduced him, he was gone. He got crushed by an ATST. I mean, he wanted to be a hero for the rebellion, and, you know, sometimes sacrifices are made. So I'm trying to get him to grab the pilot, the joystick, but he's not really cooperating with me, which is probably one of the reasons why Dak got Dacked, you know. He's not cooperating. But we got Luke and Dak in there. Close that up. Oh, I made a mistake. Because you have to use a screwdriver to open that shit. It does not. It's fine. It's fine. Just stay closed. I just picked up the new Night Viper from G.I. Joe. Is that the one that has the Cthulhu head? The one that was the Ghost Viper? Or the Night Viper. The one that wasn't exclusive to Walmart. Or not, no, they used what's that dude? Crystal Ball. He had the Cthulhu head. Is that like the single release one? The non-deluxe one? Nope, just a helmet with the scope. Okay, no, I'm wrong. I'm not too much of a Joe person. Like, I do have my Joe shelf over there, but I'm mostly a collector because of the PSAs and then what just looks cool. Like the meme PSAs, not the actual G.I. Joe show PSAs, but the memes, like, you know. I'm a computer. Stop all the downloading. Just, he's dope. I need Crystal Ball. Yeah, I would like to have a Crystal Ball figure. I think that's a cool, worthy Joe. Especially because it was Stephen King, I believe, that created the character. And he made it for his son. So his son would have something to enjoy. I'm just going to grab random toys and talk about them, I guess. Like, I have this Galactus, right? But this is not the HasLab Galactus. Yeah, Galactus, we get it. This is the Marvel Universe. Hey, I'm talking here. This is the Marvel Universe Galactus, which was the 3.75 scale one. And if you don't want to spend $600, because who can spend $600 on toys at this point? That's like rent and bills and shit. You know, if you don't want the HasLab, I got this guy for like $100 a year or so ago. I'm sure you can find one for around that price, if not a little bit more at this point. But he's got, you know, he's got the bells and whistles. He's got the head articulation. He's got the shoulders. We got the biceps. We got double joints on the elbows, but they don't really have that much movement. They go 90 degrees. I collect them too to add to my Marvel displays. G.I. Joes to your Marvel displays, that's cool. We all and they're in the same scale, so it works. We all collect in our own ways. But I think this is a cool Galactus figure. I think it's a good placeholder for the HasLab, like the scale. Maybe not as big as you'd want him to be, but Fire Lord, Mr. Flaming Toothpick, definitely looks small next to him.
Behold, the world-eating machine.
Yeah, we get it. Did you get into any blockies? I have a Miku. I do have some blockies. I guess I can grab one of them and talk about my blockies. Give me a second. Give me a second here. I got my Charizard blocky. I have some of the I want the rest. Like, I want all the Pokemon blockies because I feel like these are the best articulated. 1/12, because they're a little bit small for 1/12. Like, this Charizard should be a little bit bigger. But I love this figure. I freaking love this Charizard. He is very cool. For being a model kit, quote unquote model kit, you know, the articulation, the quality of the plastic. We got the wings, we got the segmented tail, which is probably the biggest issue with this figure because it kind of flops a little bit. But it'll stand up. You get it situated right. And I like Charizard. Now, Venusaur is my favorite. You have the same one. It's a good figure, right? I would like to see a Blockies, Venusaur, and Charizard, or not Charizard, Blastoise, because we all know that Venusaur is the best starter evolution. Like, that's the best. Because if you played Pokemon, you know that you can wipe out like the first 4 gyms with your Bulbasaur / Ivysaur / Venusaur. You can just absolutely tank them because it's, what is it? Water, stone, normal, and then you get to like Gym 5 at Cinnabar Island. You gotta like kind of maneuver around that, but you know you can wipe out the first 4 gyms pretty easily with the plant type. Can you wish me good luck on a tennis lesson tomorrow? Good luck on your tennis lesson tomorrow. I wouldn't be scared. I think it's a good workout. I'm not a tennis person, but it definitely looks like a workout. You know, running around hitting those balls with that racket. It's a good workout. But yeah, I do have some, the only blockies that I have are Pokemon. I don't have the Transformers. I don't want to get any of the Marvel or Star Wars ones because they're not my scale, like 5.5 inch or 5-inch scale. But I feel like these Pokemon work well enough for 112 scale. Like if I wanted to do a 112 Smash Brothers scale or display, these guys would be perfect for that. So I don't really, and he's also got butterfly joints in his shoulders. Like, you can't, hold on. The wings get in the way. There we go. You see that? See the movement? It's perfect. I love this Charizard. It was one of my favorite figures from last year. Honestly. Whoa, I almost fell over. I just moved this into this room because I didn't have any of my dolls or anything in here. Joe Prime, what's going on? But we have one in the box, and then I opened mine. So we have 2 Wednesdays. But I was like, you know what? Why is she sitting out in the living room? She should be in my toy room, because this is my... And I have a couple other Monster High dolls, but I let my girlfriend display those ones. But her Wednesday is in the box. So I wanted to bring mine in here. And the cool thing about this Wednesday... How many figures do I think I have in total? I don't even have a guesstimate. I don't even have a ballpark guess of how many I would have. Like, can I turn this successfully? Like, we got a lot of shit in here. Truly, a lot of shit. So, you know, I would say that I have more than Elfsea. I would say that I have way more than this loser. So we're gonna go ahead and hide them because they only have like 1 toy, and it's not a good one. Hello, Joan Aaron, the game master. Hello. So yeah, this is my Wednesday, my Monster High Wednesday, and what I was trying to show y'all is she comes with. What was his name? Thing? Is that his name? Little hand guy. I actually haven't finished Wednesday season 1 or watched any of season 2, so I'm kind of behind on that. But I do really like Jenna Ortega. I think that she is like the new Winona Ryder of like quirky horror movies and stuff, and like dark gothic stuff. I think that she's really killing it. She was on Fear Street, that Netflix Fear Street show, and that's like the first time I saw her. And then she just blew up. You know, she's been in Scream, she's Wednesday. She's the new queen. This is so dusty. She's the new queen of horror. And I love me some Jenna Ortega. But yeah, I have a lot of toys. Some would say too many, some would say not enough. I would say I enjoy what I have. And that's all that matters, right? Let me put her back. What are we going to grab next? What does somebody want to see? Is there anything in particular that y'all want to see? Well, what is this? Oh, this is from my Snowspeeder. Where does it go? I don't like that. I don't like that. Oh, it goes right here. Boo. Boo, boo, boo. I don't want to break my toys. I don't want to break my toys. Yeah, I don't know how many toys I have. That was a good question. I don't ever want to count. Because knowing is half the battle, and I don't want to win that battle. This definitely needs charged. This definitely needs charged. I have these. I have way more comic books than these, but these are just sitting out. I haven't gotten a chance to put them. There is no God, so why don't you find a short pier to walk up of, Archer? Why don't you do that? Find a short pier, take a long walk, and get bent. That's what I say. I got this. I got this right here. I always say when I start counting, I'll probably stop collecting. Absolutely, Joe. So I got this when I ordered. Oh, and I just knocked over. So this guy, I got him. He was at Ollie's for a while, and I actually did pick him up at Ollie's for the bath piece, and then I got rid of him. But then I started to build my Dark Avengers team, and is it Marvel Boy? What does he go by? I don't know, but his name is Novar, right? Virgo, how are you? But he's Marvel Boy, I believe. And he was part of the Dark Avengers for a cool minute, but then he realized that they were all supervillains in disguise, and he straight up just like dipped out. He was like, nope. So I ordered this. It was like $10 on eBay, and for whatever reason, not in the description at all, they also sent me the Dark Avengers comic book with him in this outfit on the front, which I thought was really cool. This is Dark Reign, Dark Reign number 6. So I thought that was cool that they sent that, and then, you know, we got this figure. Dark Avengers is a cool time period in Marvel. I really do like the Cabal in the Dark Avengers teams. I think that this guy doing nefarious things and in the guise of heroics is always a good time. Always a good storyline. We love to hate Norman over here. And now Norman is fucking running around as Spider-Man. No. Why can't they just do Spider-Man right? Spider-Man's off in space with a, what is it called? What was that, damn, I forget the race. The Technarch, is that what it's called? He's running around with a Technarch suit, which is kind of like an alien technology version of a symbiote. Like, it's kind of like a tech suit, but it's also kind of alive. And he's running around space. Norman Osborn is Spider-Man. Ben Reilly was portraying Spider-Man for a little bit, or Peter Parker. No, he's pretending to be Peter Parker because Peter Parker's missing. And they just can't let Peter be happy for even a second. And I fucking hate that shit. It's like, why? Why do you refuse to let my boy Peter Parker have even a second of happiness? What else do I have here? Oh, this is one of those dumb Page Punchers comic books. Like, it doesn't even feel like a real comic. This shit is so thin. That's just Todd trying to inflate the value. There's another Page Punchers. There's another one right there. That one was for Superman, I guess. So I have 2 of those. So I guess they just threw the same comic in, whatever. And these are really cool, but they are trashed beyond repair. Look at this old ass Jonah Hex comic book. I mean, this is a DC comic, but there's no cover. Superman. And these weren't mine. Like, these were obviously not my childhood comic books. I'm not that fucking old. These were my uncle's, and he did not take good care of them. Like, we got an Archie one right here with no cover. Now, this one, I have to take credit for destroying, because when I got this as a little kid, I read it cover to cover all the time. And it was, was it after the death of Superman? Yeah, after the death of Superman. Because look how terrible this is. He's running around with a giant mullet. So this was after the death of Superman. This was after Doomsday. This was in the heat of the 90s. Look. 1993 Fan Awards. 1993. I was 2 years old when that comic book came out. We got more Archie. Some Bugs Bunny on the back, too. I wish these had covers. Like, these are in such bad shape. I feel terrible having these like this, but... And see, like, this is an iconic Superman book. I know, Ronnie, I saw that shit. I knew it. I fucking knew it. I knew that the last couple of months we haven't seen any of their faces and like 3POA or any of that stuff. And good. Like, I'm not, and like I said, they're platforming some bad people, but I haven't seen any of those people on there since I went Scorched Earth, since Hats and Toys when it started going Scorched Earth and calling out the bullshit. So, you know what? If that's what it took, yeah, see, we hear you straight up battling Doomsday. I wish I had the cover for this one still. I destroyed I read these so much. That's why they were loved. They were very, very well loved comic books. But he's literally fighting Doomsday before that containment suit gets all the way ripped. So this is like a super important Spider or Superman comic book, and I fucking ruined it. I ruined those ones, the Superman ones. This one, I did not. This is not. This was out of my control. This is before my time. When was this? When was this comic book from? Huh. 1976. Yeah, I was not even close to being born at that point. Etrigan the Demon. Etrigan the Demon again. I mean, I'm sure someone would want these. And they have covers that they could, like, kind of fix it a little bit. But, you know. Like, look at this shit. What was I doing? What was I doing as a child? I mean, I was irresponsible. Mystery of the Mad Monk. Don't know what the hell. I think that's one of those. Yeah. Oh, no. You know what this is? This is Werewolf by Night. How cool. Look at that. Look. I have a Werewolf by Night comic. Did not know that. Did not know that. And this is from... What year is this from? It doesn't say. It doesn't say, y'all. But how cool. I didn't know I had a Werewolf by Night comic. There he is transforming. Jack Russell transforming into the Werewolf by Night. Yeah, that's cool. That is really cool. Okay, and then I do have some old ones with covers. This one is actually in really decent shape, honestly, for how old it is. Like, we have DC Star Spangled War Stories. January of what year? Only 25 cents. So you know this is an old-ass comic. What year did this come out? 1971. This is a war comic from DC from 1971. Before they were, you know, they were doing other stuff other than superheroes. We have a covered issue, like this one's in decent shape, of the Eternals. So, you know, Icarus, Cersei, all those guys are in here. It's cool to see this kind of old stuff. I can't deny that. And then another one from the early 70s, DC Ghosts. Because they, you know, horror comics were a big thing back in the day. People liked to read their stories and be scared. And that was before the comic book code, where they banned like horror and vampires and blood and all that stuff. So they could get away with a lot. There's some pretty like disturbing comic books from that era, which is interesting. And I don't, you know, it's not something I collect, but it's interesting and cool that it exists for people that do. I'm just, oof, these are hard to stack without covers. I'm not trying to damage them anymore. Come on, Riley. Hi, Marcella Juarez. Hello. 15-cent comic book. You know this one's really old. Ripley's Believe It or Not. 1971. Okay, so not older than most of them, but 71 is still pretty. I don't know why this is out. This should be with my other comic books. Gears of War, number 17. I think I have multiple copies of this, and that's probably why. But this was a prequel to the game. So this was during the Pendulum Wars, which is where Marcus Jetman, how's it going? This comic was set in the Pendulum Wars. So we get babyface Marcus and Dom before the Locusts. This is when they were fighting, the Coalition was fighting. See, look, there's babyface Marcus right there. Fighting the other group. I forget what they were called, but we got some emulsion in there, which is what they were fighting over, which is why the Locusts came out of the ground, even though the Locusts were engineered by Marcus's dad and some other people. Like, I love Gears of War. If you haven't played Gears of War, there's a lot of lore in there. There's books, there's comic books, there's a lot of stuff that fills in a lot of history. It's a very well built out world. I really do like Gears of War. I'm excited for Gears of War Emergence Day. I'm pretty sure It's backwards. It's flipped. I'm pretty sure that game will be a lot of fun, even if it is going on PlayStation, which is crazy that we're getting Fable and Gears of War and Halo on freaking PlayStation. Am I salty? No, totally not, right? Totally not salty. We have this graphic novel. Okay, and the cool thing about this graphic novel is this was bought in Ireland. I got this in Ireland when I was like maybe, I want to say 13 when we went over there. You can see it says £2 or €2.40. And it's just a compilation, paninicomics.co.uk. So it is a UK edition collection of stories. Like, look, we got Mystique and Gambit in this book. Where's Gambit? I saw him a second ago. I'm pretty sure that's Cyclops. Yeah, that's Cyclops. There's Gambit. So pretty cool to have this because it's cool stories, but it's also from Ireland. So it's got memories attached to it. So I cherish that. That's really cool. These I got sent by Ace's Place 22 in his care package. It is Uncanny X-Men Regenesis number 1 and 2. So these are newer. I haven't popped these out and read them yet, but these are cool. I appreciate all comic books. Like it's an expensive hobby. Figures aside, comic books are also expensive just because of, pull lists. It adds up. We got a couple of Batman comics from the animated series, which is pretty cool. We got one, we got two. So we got two of those, number 24 and number 4, the Batman Adventures. And then this last one is really weird. Also, fuck LeBron James. Cause he's saying the wrong things about Israel, but it's a weird LeBron James comic book. I don't know where I got this. I think it was like, it says Powerade on it. I don't know where the hell I got this. Unless it was like a free giveaway. Wow, you have a really cool collection. Thank you. I try. Like, it's, for the longest time, I didn't have all my stuff in one room. So it's really nice to have my entire collection, all of my stuff in one space. It feels very adult, right? Like, I know we have a hobby that is like reflective of what we grew up with in our childhood and, the inner child and all that stuff. But it feels very adult to have a whole room dedicated to freaking toys, right? Like, you can't beat that shit. And I do have a lot of stuff. You are actually correctamundo about that. And you know what? Because I have these comic books out, I'm going to grab my other comic books and I'm going to put these away so that I don't damage them or anything. So let me maneuver myself to my comic books. I'll grab this too, just so we can look at this after, but this is all my 90s stuff. It's all my old toys. All my old toys. Oof. Oh my god, this is so heavy. Ugh. This is a big ass box of comic books. I don't know if y'all can see it, but whoa. Some of my comic books. I used to have a long box, but my cat peed on the side of it because he's a dummy. So I had to move them into this box. I love your room. Thank you. I love this space too. During the week when I'm working, I don't really get the time and I don't really have the energy to come in here. But when I come in here and sit down, I always find something to be like, oh, I want to mess with this. I want to play around. And I'm trying to do the live stream every day thing. A, for engagement. B, because I took like a month and a half off. And I'm trying to make up for lost time. I love your collections. Thank you. Take the time, enjoy, have fun, and just reminisce. See, that's what it's about. That's why we have these things, to get our calm, to get our center, to find the things that really make us happy, like Street Sharks. All right, let me put some of these away. I'm gonna bag a couple of these that have covers just because I have bags. I don't have boards, but you know, bags are better than nothing. Always bag and board your comics. I love that one figure on the shelf, the Ghostface one. Thank you. That is my Mezco Ghostface. Scream is one of my favorite horror well, not horror. Scream isn't scary. If anyone says Scream is scary, I'm gonna look at them sideways because it's satire. It's a satire of, you know, slashers and stuff. It's not supposed to be scary. It's supposed to be bloody a little bit in there. I put the 2 Batman comics in a bag. I had the Cowboy Street Shark. Hell yeah. I have quite a few. And then I got the new ones as well, the remakes from Mattel. Which I wish they would have kept going, but it seems like they've canceled the line. I got these guys. What do you collect? What all do you collect? Like, what is your most prized possession, and what's your favorite ones? That's a hard question. My most prized. You know, I can't really like point at one thing and say, but I feel like my Marvel Legends collection over here is my creme de la creme, my crowning jewel. But that being said, I'm kind of like fading on the Legends. Hasbro is not doing enough to justify the prices that they're asking for those figures. So I love Star Wars so much. I do too. I love Star Wars. If you can see all my Star Wars shelf over there. Star Wars is also a big part of my childhood. Star Wars and Marvel are foundational to me as far as like early childhood. And then we get into the mid to late 90s. We had Buffy and Xena and all that good shit. Power Rangers. Who's my favorite Star Wars? Like, who's my favorite character? Ahsoka, Han Solo, and Obi-Wan are all tied for number 1. Specifically for like the different eras. Like, you know, we've got prequel era, we've got original trilogy, and then Ahsoka is beyond the original trilogy into the sequel era with like Mandalorian and Ahsoka and all that stuff. So I got all the bases covered. Power Rangers I love, hell yeah. Princess Leia. Listen, you can't go wrong with Princess Leia. Carrie Fisher. Oh, I love Carrie Fisher. She was such a great human being. Such a wonderful woman, such a powerful woman. Didn't let people give her or her friends shit. So there's a story, not a story. I know it's true. Carrie Fisher sent she sent something disgusting to Harvey Weinstein and said, you know, if you ever touch any of my friends again, it'll be something much more precious to you in this box. So, Carrie Fisher's a real one. Hi, I am new sub. Welcome, Gojo. Welcome to the Rowdy Rascals. She did so good. Oh my gosh. She was with George Clooney in the one Star Wars, and she did so good in that with him. Hell yeah. How is my day, Gojo? It's going alright. It's pretty decent for a Monday. I cannot complain. I cannot complain. Yeah, no, Carrie Fisher is 100% a real one. She is the realest of the real. I love that lady. I was so sad when she passed. I remember, so it was the worst way to find out. I was in Hot Topic. And me and my girlfriend were shopping around. We were looking at this stuff. And the guy working there said, hey, did you hear about Carrie Fisher? And I'm like, no, what happened to Carrie Fisher? And he's like, she died. And I'm like, no. I started crying in the middle of Hot Topic. So screw that guy for telling me that way. What are you talking about? I'm just talking about whatever comes up. That's what so Thursdays, well, it's been Wednesdays lately, but I do a main live stream called The Rowdy Rundown, and that's where I talk about toy news and new releases and new stuff coming out. But when I'm doing a random live stream like this, it's just stream of consciousness, whatever comes to mind. And then I also do an open mic for my friends to join in and talk, which we did yesterday, and it was a lot of fun. We went for about 3 hours. It was a good time. Last week we went for 7 hours. And I was absolutely hammered by the end of it because I was drinking the whole time. But you know, I'm an adult. We can do that. We can do that. I'm trying to get these ones in this bag. I don't want them to be, like, these ones have covers. I don't want them to be trashed. Maybe if I did them separately. Let's do them separately. So yeah, I'm just right now putting away these comic books that I just went over because they've been sitting out and I'd like to keep everything organized and together. So I get all the comic books there. There we go. There we go. All right, this Eternals comic is in a bag, so it's safe. You know, I'm a big fucking nerd. I'm a huge freaking nerd. So, nerd stuff is what I be talking about. Nerd stuff. Nerdy, nerdy, nerd stuff. What's your name? Riley. But I go by Riles. That is my nickname. Thus, Rowdy Riles. And people forget that my name is Rowdy Riles. And they seem to forget that rowdy means rambunctious. You know, I got energy. I got things to say. I'm not afraid to rock the boat a little bit. So, you know, if that's what you're here for, I got at least a little bit of that. People call me Ash as my nickname. Well, nice to meet you, Ash. Always good to meet new people, new awesome people who are chill and here to enjoy and talk about the same thing, which is nerd shit. More old comics in bags, keep them safe. And then the rest of these don't have covers, so I'm not too worried about it. But at least all my comic books will once again be together in one place. And they won't be damaged any more than they already are. Spaded one, what's going on? Practice safe collecting. No glove, no love. Absolutely. What is that? Am I still here? I'm still here. Where you get the comics. I used to have a comic book store that I would go to, but I don't really collect them anymore. I did the action figure thing, so pivoting from comics was easy because they got expensive. Oh my god, that box is so heavy. And I'm strong. I'm not weak. I'm strong. But that box is heavy. All right, let me... So I have this thing that I'm going to do here pretty soon. And I should probably start getting this stuff organized. Cool room. Thank you. So you saw the street sharks. You saw the biker mice. Oh. I was looking for this. This is what okay. Now I know where it is. Do you take time on the weekend to your special unique creative room to like reminisce? It's very important just to take your time. Yeah, that's like this is part of my weekend. So yeah, during the week I don't really have much time or energy to come in here. But I have been trying to do the whole live stream thing and jump on and talk to people just to, you know, spread the reach, get the engagement, all that kind of stuff. Oh shit. This is okay. So this I'm gonna have to go through because I know that the stuff started to fall out but I want to start doing retro reviews of all my old Mighty Max sets. Because I have a lot of complete ones. Like this is one of the coolest ones that I have right here. This is the whole like the major end all be all play set. It's all fucked up though. I can see pieces floating around. So I'm gonna have to go through cool tattoos. Thank you. I love your hair, by the way. Thank you. Curly hair is the best. If anyone has curly hair and you're trying to get rid of it, you're making a mistake. Treat it with love and respect and it will respect you. And we got this one, which is the main bad guy's lair. What are your favorite Marvel like characters? My favorite Marvel character is Spider-Man. Hands freaking down, always and forever, Spider-Man. Spider-Man is my love as far as comic books. That's my thing. So I'm gonna start doing reviews on these sets, right? So I need to go through and get all the pieces together. Anybody want to play darts? Would you like to play darts? You just set this up somewhere. Not in this room, obviously, but somewhere. I have this one. I think the only thing I may actually have the missiles. I don't think the missiles are missing. Mine too. Fun fact, I actually wore the Spider-Man outfit. Wore it like 10, 15 years old. Hell yeah. I love Spider-Man. I've seen Spider-Man No Way Home. Of course I've seen Spider-Man No Way Home. I cannot wait for Brand New Day. I cannot wait. But we got this one, the Dragon Island. I should have been more careful because I know some of these pieces are floating around in here. Like, there's Max. There's Mr. Mighty Max himself. And won't focus. Let me see if I can. Hello. Yeah. Mighty Max. And Def looks epic, but it looks epic. Def Tom's in it. Hell yeah. How long is this live? I'm not trying to be rude. Well, I got about 20 minutes left. I tried to go for like an hour, so about 20 more minutes. Trust me, you don't have to stick around for the whole thing. It is appreciated. But I know people got things to do. It is Monday, but if you subscribe, you want to come back, just make sure you subscribe. All right, well, there's one of the missiles. So no, I'm not missing the missiles per se. Oh, I love Zendaya. I love Zendaya. So we got one of the missiles. I don't want to lose those. I should have two. I should have both of them. Whoa! What I'm trying not to do. So I really got to go through and I had done this at one point. I had gone through the checklist. Thank you, Abraham. I had gone through the checklists and put in all the pieces and matched the right max to the right set and all that stuff. And then when I put them away, they kind of just got thrown to the wind. Not thrown to the wind, but, you know, they got a little messed up. And we got this spaceship. And if you're not familiar with Mighty Max, so I'm a 90s kid, right? We had Polly Pockets and we had Mighty Max. And we had Polly Pockets for the girls, because, you know, they like to gender toys, and Mighty Max for the boys. But me being me, I prefer the cool horror gory stuff. So Mighty Max was my jam. I have a lot of these sets. Got this guy. I saw his missile. Where's his hand missile? There's his hand missile. So this guy's complete. I know this guy's complete. I was watching Max Payne, the video game, last night, and I ended up sleeping 15-20 minutes in. Max Payne. Which one? Max Payne 3, the original one? Because Max Payne 3 is a really good game. That's the only one I played. I really like those ones that you put together and build. They look really cool. Anything you have to put together and do yourself is pretty fun. I love it, and I'm big into ASMR, so you just like playing with those ASMR to me. The original. Yeah, I've played a little bit of the original. I haven't played all of it, but I've played a little bit of it. It's supposed to have, I don't know. I'll find all these pieces later. And then you get into like the smaller sets. You know, we got Fly. We got, hello. Come on. We got a Scorpion guy. I think now I'm starting to love your videos. Hey, listen, right now there's another live stream going on that's not really, holy shit, does this have weed in it? Does this have weed in it? No, it doesn't. There's another live going on, but it's not really live. It's a live stream of my videos. Whoa, what is that? This one is not Mighty Max. It's a live stream of my Marvel videos. So like my Marvel Legends reviews and all that stuff. I just hit the playlist. And that is also live right now. I only vape the marijuanas. The THCs. It's actually charged now. There we go. So yeah, I got a lot of Mighty Max sets. So I'm going, like I said, I'm going to go back and start doing retro reviews of these sets one at a time. So it'll be anywhere from like 5 to 10 minutes of video, maybe longer if it's one of those bigger sets. And this goes with this guy. I know that for a fact. His leg opens up. This guy goes in there. We close it up. I know that this is right. I know that I'm not crazy. Am I not crazy or am I crazy? I should go with that guy. Yeah, see? There we go. Piece by piece. Put them back together. I'm all for a set. It's so epic. I love a set. They're a lot of fun. They really are. We got the missiles for the eyes. He looks like Iron Man and the Hulk and the dude from the X-Men First Class Juggernaut head. Kinda a little bit. I'm also going to do a video on Bionicles. I don't know why he was separated from the other ones, but I'm gonna do like a toy history for Bionicle because I have all the originals and the Toa Nuva and all that stuff and some of the bigger sets, and talk about how, because without Bionicle, Lego may not exist anymore. They were going under. They were losing money. So Bionicle really actually saved Lego. So I'm gonna do a video talking about that, showing off all the sets, because they did this thing called Galador, and they put a bunch of money into the show. It was like live action with the toy line attached, and you could swap out the parts. It was like swappable action figures. Later, Gojo, good to see you. And they lost a lot of money on Galador. They lost so much money. So Bionicle came out at the perfect time, and it was a humongous hit. So it did a lot to keep Lego afloat, and without that, we wouldn't be having all the Lego sets that we have today. So we got a Triceratops. So all these ones that are in this box are complete. They just need to be essentially pieced back together. This one definitely is not Mighty Max. This is Godzilla. You love Bionicles. Bionicles are great. Why is the truth? What's going on? How's it going? I actually have most of the comic books from Bionicle because they would include them with your Lego magazine. And those are actually in my comic book. Those are actually in my comic book box. All my Bionicle books. What does this go to? That needs wired somewhere. He's missing his ears. But I know I saw the bat. So there it is. See, look. So open this guy. And you put his ears in, or the bat in. And then, does it go down or up? I don't know. Does it go that way? Am I putting it the wrong way? Yes, it goes like this. Ta-da! I know what I'm doing. I'd love a Bionicle revamp. I think they did try to bring Bionicle back, and it just did not do well. It did not do what they expected it to. I think that this Max goes with this set. I could be wrong. Let me make sure that I'm pretty sure that this Max with the lantern goes with this bat set, and that was the whole kit and caboodle right there. You see Max goes in there. So I'm definitely going to do videos on these guys. You love the Joker. I love Harley too. I love Batman, Mr. Freeze. Larry, what's going on? You know I'm always doing something. I'm a crazy person. Hope you have a good break. Hope you have a good day at work. I got to go back to work tomorrow, so joy. Oh no. What did I do? Okay, we're good. We're good. Crisis averted. We got these little winged hounds. They go in here. Those are the ears. I feel like something is missing. Like that eye should be full. I'm not sure. Always planned on making custom Norman figure. Max is goated to me. You mean this guy? With 1 foot? I have more. I have so many of the little figures. This one's got a broken foot. He's useless to me! Useless! Got another regular little Max here. Mighty Max. Mighty Max. I'm glad that you're still a dude, Roger. Have fun with that. have fun with that. Have fun not being on my channel. That's really fun, right? That's the most fun thing. And then I got this little lion guy. So with the Mighty Max thing, they had like different, waves, like not waves, but like different types. They had the really tiny ones. They had the normal sized ones. They had like vehicle moving monster ones, or like giant monster ones, like these guys. And then of course, the giant play sets. The giant play sets. So Mighty Max, and then there's a company right now that is doing like a kind of revival for Mighty Max. It's called Roaming Robin or Roving Robin. I'm not sure which one, but it's like a spiritual successor to Mighty Max and even references Mighty Max. Like he's Def Toys, what's going on? He's looking for Max because Max disappeared. So they got a whole, okay. And I had that fly. See, there's the fly right here. Now, what did I do? Haha. Is it a show? It is absolutely a show. The Mighty Max is a whole ass series, and it was a good show. It's very, very dark, very horror centric for being a kid's cartoon on TV in the 90s. But we love that. We love that, don't we? All right. So where does this fly go? How do I get this in here? Does it go like this? I'm thinking it goes like this. I'm thinking it goes like that, and then no. No. I'll figure it out eventually. Got Skullmaster. This thing? Is that what you're talking about, Wise? Stuffing my face in an Italian restaurant. Hope everyone else is good. Enjoy that. Molto bene Italiano. Sorry for any Italians in here. I apologize. I deeply apologize. I'm not exactly sure how this goes back in here. Does it go? I'll figure it out. I'm gonna have to go through the checklist and do that stuff again, put them all back together. But at least I know all the pieces are in here. That's not a problem I gotta worry about. Max, don't fall! What are you doing? You jerk. Mighty Max. Mighty Max. Mighty Max. Okay, so this goes like this, right? Yeah, that goes like, no. Nope, I'm stupid. I give up. I freaking give up. I don't know how to fix this. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what life is. I don't know what love is. I don't know what love is. Yeah, I'll figure it out one of these days. Soon for my video. Oh, you know what? I think it goes up here like this. Hold on. Hold on. Are we figuring it out? Fuck yeah. Look at that. I'm so smart. I'm so smart. I'm the smartest person I've ever met. Way smarter than Chad. Way smarter than Chad. He's got his little proboscis. Proboscis. So that guy's put together. That guy's complete. We got the dinosaur, the saber-toothed tiger. And see, look what I'm talking about. They put blood on these toys. You open up some of these toys later, Larry, and there's like blood on the floor. There's blood stains. There's all kinds of crazy stuff. So these are really fun toys. I fucking love Mighty Max. I don't talk about it enough, but it was very formational. Like more blood on these teeth, you know? Appa, hello, good to see you. This one is, did he just fall? Because I know I have, and they wouldn't be in here if they weren't complete. But I can't open them all. It looks familiar, I like it. There we go. Am I missing a piece? Got so many Maxes. There's a Norman with 2 feet. There's a Norman with 2 feet. The horn is missing for this Triceratops one. And I know I have it. I know I freaking have it. We got the bad guy, the Skullmaster. Where the hell is it? Oh, wow. It's around here somewhere. But there's supposed to be a little Triceratops for this set that sits right here, and his horn sits in the top. Leia! Leia! Good to see you. Yeah, we got Norman. Fuck! Max, I'm gonna beat your ass. Keep falling on me. Little boy, I'm gonna beat your ass. This crazy dinosaur guy, he goes in here. Oh, yeah, see, because the raptor's tail is one of the horns. The volcano is the other horn, and I don't know where the fucking Triceratops went. Is it in here? No, because these are just extra parts. Hello from Russia. Russia, wow. Thank you, I appreciate it. Thank you for appreciating my collection. Because I appreciate my collection. We're actually going to put Max in here because he's being annoying. No, Max, you son of a bitch. You son of a gun. No, he doesn't fit in there. I'm a liar. I don't know what I'm doing. I do need to find that Triceratops head. I'm pretty bummed that I don't know where that is. That's not cool. That's not cool, dog. How did I even close this? I love your room and I love your collection. Thank you. This is my favorite. This is my happy place. This is my sit around. Whether I'm depressed or I'm feeling good, I just come in here and it all washes away or is amplified. All right, dude. There we go. That's closed. I need to find the Triceratops. I know I have it. I got an extra dragon. We got this spaceship dude. We got this dungeon skull. Hey, look, he's not a chicken. He's a fowl. He's not a chicken. I like that Wednesday up there. Yeah, I just brought her in here, Leia. I was like, you know what? My Wednesday doll needs to come into my room with the rest of my toys. We got a little dinosaur head. See, I had the extra dungeon skull poly. Absolutely, Kaiju Kitty. That's what we be talking about. Spiders! Alien aqua monsters! Little monster head skulls. And whatever the hell this guy is. I don't know what he even is. I'm not live in Russia right now. I'm support Ukraine. Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. My room is very cool, but I appreciate it. I'm very pleased with how I have set this room up. And I know it's gonna suck when we move, if we move at some point. We're trying to get there. We're trying to be at the point where we can move and get a townhouse or something. I just need to find a more better job. I didn't know Polly Pocket was a Marvel character who went to the Savage Land. Well, Kaiju, there's a lot of things you don't know. There's a lot of things you don't know, okay? Okay. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. You're a very knowledgeable person, Kaiju, and that's why we love you. You're also very sassy, and that's another reason why we love you. So I'm guessing all of these fell out. I drink and I know things. Tyrion Lannister. But I'm going to put them all in here just so I don't lose them. Because, like I said, I'm trying to get these things organized and put together so I can start my Mighty Max retro review. Do a whole series about Mighty Max. And I did do, where Virgil at, though? Virgil, I showed Virgil. The fowl, he's not a chicken. He's a fowl. He's not a chicken. I'm not a chicken! He's not a chicken. Don't call him a chicken. He'll correct you. Yeah, Mighty Max was good shit. Good shit, y'all. This broke off of something. That's not good. What does this break off of? Boo! That's the guy! That's the guy! It's freaking Virgil! I don't know why these are in here. But yeah, I want to get this put organized, put together properly, get all these Mighty Max sets setup. So it's good I did this on live because it gave me the motivation. It gave me the motivation to start grabbing these. So I'm gonna put everything back except for the Mighty Max stuff, including these guys. This is Vinny. Is that the right helmet for Vinny? Yeah, that's Vinny's helmet. This is Moto. Moto. No, I wish I had the zombie handset. I had it as a kid, but so as much as I don't like my dad, because my dad's an asshole, he went back and got a bunch of these Mighty Max sets that we didn't have anymore because he wanted to collect them. And then the last time I went to visit him, he gave them all to me. But I did have that zombie. It was like this, right? And the fingers could move up to open it. Yeah, I had the zombie hand when I was younger. I just, I don't have it anymore, unfortunately. That was a really cool set. And that's the thing, like, the Mighty Max sets are all bloody and gross and like, you know, not 90s toy aesthetic because it's all just blood and guts, which is awesome. I freaking love that. What is that? What is this? Oh, this is for the SHF Night Monkey. Instructions. Interesting. All right, so I think that... Kaiju Kitty. Look at this thing. Look at this thing. You see this? It's your favorite. Godzilla! I think, okay, yeah, that goes in there like that, right? Then we've got the Statue of Liberty. You put that right there. We got, there was definitely more buildings at some point. But you peg the buildings into the thing, and then you got Godzilla, and you put Godzilla on this thing, and then you can spin him around, and he knocks the buildings over. You have this kaiju? Damn, I was trying to make you jealous. An index finger was pointing, and it split open like a mouth. Where is that from? This is from Bandai. So this is from 1994 Bandai, I believe. I believe in a thing called love. But yeah, this is not complete. So there will not be a video about this, but they're making these to like ride on the Mighty Max coattails. Oh, I know where that piece that broke off came from. It came off of this Nautilus thing. Shit. This thing broke. Hi, Gojo. Welcome back. This thing broke. What is this from? This is also from Bandai. Is it? What is this, though? This isn't Mighty Max. Oh! This is Power Rangers! This is fucking, this is from Turbo, right? Divatox? Because that's Divatox, right? Am I crazy or am I right? That's Divatox. Okay. Damn, now I'm really sad that this shit broke. What the hell? Look at that. Yeah, oh. Damn. I'm upset. I am upset that that is broken. I will have to figure out a way to fix it. Damn. I mean, super glue is one thing, but I'm not trying to depend on that. Power Rangers Turbo. Yeah, Divatox. Yeah. I know. As soon as I opened it up, I was like, I know exactly what this is. This is her fucking spaceship. Man, fucking Power Rangers getting canceled is a big blow to me. As an adult, even. I can't fucking love Power Rangers. Alright, I think I'm gonna get off of here now, because it's been an hour. I'm trying to be consistent, trying to do these every day. So I will probably be back tomorrow early morning, like 8:30, 9, something like that. Just because that's probably when I'm going to be getting home from work. So I'm going to hop off of here. I'm going to be working on these Mighty Max sets. Trying to get them together. Man, that's disappointing that that broke. But I appreciate everyone watching. Thank you for the motivation to get into this. You're welcome, Wise the Truth. I do what I can. Keep your head up, stay brave, be kind to your local LGBTQ+ community. If you're protesting, be extra super duper safe. I love y'all. I will see you next time, and bye-bye.